the real reason I started motivating people. This idea people have about motivation, video motivation, like the only ones allowed to speak on it are the folks who already climbed the mountain. That's crazy. They solved all their problems already, so I can talk about it. I want to take my time after getting this all figured out to help you figure your shit out. Like life was some kind of puzzle and they put it together and like, look what I did. You're like, oh shit, help me do mines. But the truth is, I didn't start doing this because I was strong. I started because I was crumbling. And I wasted years trying to do this, and I understood where I failed at. And so I'm telling other people, other coworkers and friends, and helping guide them through this content creation space. I decided that I can start talking to other people the same fashion, same way I was guiding these folks that I know personally. Hey, I didn't know where else to put that pain or that issue. I sit in my car in the early morning, the sky dark. I ask myself, why my life felt like it was getting smaller, getting whack? You know what I'm saying? It was because of wasted time. I wasn't confident or fearless. I felt invisible. And one day it hit me that if I was feeling this low, somebody else was feeling just like this. Just confused. A lot of times I want to quit. A lot of times, whatever's going on with this whole present yourself and put yourself out there, it makes you want to retreat from it. I was going through it. And so there had to be somebody else going through the same thing. Someone else was sitting in the car somewhere thinking this is not for them, or why, or what's going on, or what I need to do. What should I buy? What equipment? What software should I use? All those different things. Trying to convince themselves to walk into another shift at work while thinking I should be doing something else than this. Someone else is fighting the same fight, the same doubt and stress, the fear of being stuck forever. And that's when I realized silence wasn't helping anybody. Not doing nothing, it helped me. Cool, I'm cool, all right. I could just say something and we all help each other. Not even me. It didn't start during some big breakthrough moment. It happened on a random Tuesday, like when I felt, damn, this is whack. It stuck. Long shift, back hurting, phone buzzing, the bills overdue, all that stuff, the tags due on the car, and you just start to think like, we need some more money. And guess what I was doing? I was getting 2 jobs, committing more of this precious life. These hours that you got a certain number of hours to live. And I was giving up hours in exchange for money, like $30 an hour. What is $30? It's crazy. So I got in my car after work, let out a tired breath, and I felt it. I'm on YouTube, hoping something that could just pull me out of my own head. But every video I found had the same setup. People in fancy shits talking so perfect, and I did this, and I rose this channel 30,000 in 1 month. And what are you talking about to do 30,000 in 1 month? Oh no, you selling hopes and dreams, because there's a lot of other people with hopes and dreams, so you selling it back to them. And then you telling them they could talk about turtles and get the same results as you did selling hopes and dreams. They in clean studios, fancy offices, high energy speeches like, yes, commanded, use manifestation. And people can't connect with that. That don't sound like anything in my reality. Not a single one felt like they were speaking to me. Somebody still wearing a uniform, dirty shoes, sitting there worried and thinking, how we gonna get this shit done? Someone who didn't have the time to meditate on the beach or take a month off to reset. I needed a message. That message matched the life I was actually living. I needed that. And I wasn't hearing it from anywhere. That's when I got the idea. I picked up my phone. I hit record. You could do this. You can do this. You deserve everything you want. And I just start riffing. Just honesty. No script. And I remember saying something like, look, I don't have it all figured out yet. I'm tired too. I'm stressed too. But I know the pain and what it feels like, and maybe somebody out there needs to hear this exact same thing. They're not the only one. You got a voice that needs to be heard. If I seen a janitor recording videos, I'll watch all of them. just because he doing what I'm doing. It wasn't polished. My voice was grimy, but it was real. That clip became the first time I spoke life into somebody else while still trying to talk myself about the whole. That first post didn't go viral. Of course it didn't. It barely got like 100 views. But one of those views turned into a comment that changed everything for me. This guy wrote, "Hey, bro, I was about to quit my job until I heard this. Appreciate you." I read that thing 10 times because it didn't feel real about how this is working. I was like, dang, man, yeah, keep going. Nobody ever helped me in that way, and nobody ever said that before. Most days I felt like I barely kept myself afloat. But that comment became the spark that made me realize something important. This wasn't about views. It was about connection to the people who were out there struggling quietly just like I was. And they needed someone who wasn't pretending life was perfect. Every time I posted, I wasn't just helping strangers. I was healing parts of my own self I had ignored for years. I started to see motivation that this isn't the one thing that we have to always do forever. See, the strong don't talk down to the weak. They should help the weak. It's a shared current. You pass around the same hope you trying to hold on to. Sometimes you say something to lift someone else up, and then you didn't even realize you're reminding yourself to keep going too. That's why I show up. Even when I'm tired or I'm uninspired, I show up because I would tell you to do the same thing. Even when I'm thinking no one's listening, I'm actually listening and watching my own videos because I know what it's like to be one shift away from breaking down. And then if my words can help somebody from falling apart, then the effort is worth it. Motivation isn't about acting like you got everything together or you already successful and I'm trying to sell you success. It's about telling the truth while you still shaking, while you still in it. This is what's happening. It's raining, go get your jacket before you get in this. I didn't start this because I thought I was better than anyone else. I started because I was broken and didn't want the pain to go to waste. I didn't want all that experience to just be nothing where it can maybe help thousands. If life was going to test me, I figured I might as well turn those tests into somebody else's so they can copy my grades and copy my answers to get a good grade on their test. That's why I never tried to sound perfect. I never tried to sound above the grind or I'm better or I talk from the middle of it. I talk from where I'm at. Most likely that's where you at, from the job site, in the break room, from the car after a long day, going to pick up the baby from school, because that's where the real stories live. That's where the real people are. I never wanted to be some polished speaker standing on the stage with a headset and a mic and say, I'm not one of y'all, I'm one of them. But I've been this for 20 years. I'm a working man, talking to working people who sweat through their clothes, grimy, doing it though. And it wouldn't, society would collapse if they stop. People who swallow their pride, they keep their families afloat and living with shelter and food, who carry responsibilities that don't get clapped for. The world has enough influencers. They have enough special, celebrated people. That's cool. I appreciate all of y'all, but you ain't saying nothing I relate to, and I don't follow you mindlessly. The world has enough of that, trying to act inspirational while standing in front of a rented sports car. I wanted to create something for the people. Still trying to believe that their life could mean more than the job they work. God bless them. That's why I didn't start all this for the fame. I started because I wanted the working class to have a voice that sounded like us. The creators, a section of the video space, not to dominate, not to take over, just somewhere I can go find you and I can just relate for a while. Something that doesn't feel faked or forced. And when I tell somebody keep going, it's not just a line I say for the camera. It's a reminder I give myself because some days I need that same message to get out of bed. The reason I'll never stop doing this, the reason this means so much to me is because every time I speak, someone out there remembers they're not alone. And that matters more than anything else I could ever chase in this game. I do it for you. Peace.